Yo, what up, YouTube? I know I haven't made a video in a little while. I've been busy at school with finals and shit, man. To me, prepping, it's not just about having all the guns, all the food, and all the gold. It's also about having knowledge, man. So that's why I go to school and shit. But anyways, that's a whole different other video. The reason why I'm making this video is because, man, it's over. Game the fuck over, man. They have officially destroyed our fucking Constitution. It's like it doesn't even exist anymore, man. What's wrong with this country? What's wrong with this government? What's wrong with America, man?
Also, Congress, your elected officials, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, have just overwhelmingly passed the National Defense Authorization Act. Now, this is not just funding for the Pentagon that's included in this bill. This legislation also has two provisions that give more power to the military and to the government, and so massively alter the Constitution that it's almost laughable, or at least it was laughable when President Obama said he would veto the bill. Now it turns out he won't. So here's what's squeezed into this military fund. Not just money, but lots and lots of power. First, a provision that expands the use of military force in Afghanistan to include indefinite detention of anyone suspected of being a member of Al-Qaeda or, quote, associated forces. So anyone. But here's the big one, folks. It gives the military the power to indefinitely detain American citizens, even those captured here in the United States, suspected, just suspected, not convicted, of some sort of involvement or affiliation with terrorism. So no trial. Prison based solely on suspicion. The Fourth Amendment, out the window. As you may be able to tell, I think this is kind of a big deal.
So now they can deploy military soldiers on U.S. civilians. And then the military soldiers can grab you, lock your ass up forever. No lawyer, no phone call, no trial, no judge, no nothing, homie. Lock your ass up forever. Who the fuck gives these people the right to play God with these other people's lives, man? That's fucked up, man. Anyways, when I saw this picture on the Alex Jones show, I thought, man, this fool's crazy. That would never happen in America. But look at where we're headed, if we're not already there. What's the difference between the Nazis then and America now? Damn, that's a fucked up comparison right there. So if you think President Obama is going to take care of us and veto this bill, just watch the next video, man.
The Defense Authorization Act has basically made it through Congress. They've got agreement on it. And what it does is it allows for indefinite detentions of enemy combatants. The military gets to decide who's an enemy combatant. And it operates on U.S. soil and can apply to American citizens. So it's horrible. It destroys the Fifth and the 14th Amendments. And Posse Comitatus Act becomes irrelevant. That means the military can act within the United States. Plus, it really goes to the foundation of Western law in questioning habeas corpus. And Congress, as we just told you, has agreed. But President Obama was threatening a veto. And we were at least happy that President Obama was on that side of the issue. Telling the truth here, he's saying President Obama came in and said, no. I want to make this bill even, well, he wouldn't put it this way, I would, even worse, even more of an abuse of civil liberties, by making sure that I can also indefinitely detain United States citizens. That's the worst part of the bill. If Senator Levin is right about what happened there, then President Obama is, again, not on the right side of this issue, he's on the wrong side of the issue. And that he wanted to do the veto threat so that he could have more power, not less power, and abuse our Constitution and our civil liberties more, not less. Well, I mean, that's so disappointing that I can't take it anymore. I mean, so what does that mean that I can't take it? I mean, you've seen me criticize President Obama over and over again. It's not that I'm shy about that. It's that if this is true, I almost literally don't see the point of supporting President Obama anymore. Are you kidding me? They gut our Constitution like this? And the President Obama goes, no, it's okay. I put the Democratic seal of approval on it, so everybody shut up, stand down, and let's do exactly what the right wing wants to do and destroy our civil liberties. Well, then he's of no use. That he doesn't help the country, he hurts the country.
I'm not claiming to have all the answers, but I know we need to do something about this bill, man. All the people that wrote this bill and passed this bill, they gotta go, man. We need to get them out of there. We need to get them out of office, get new people in there. And if you're still on the fence about this bill, talking about it's only going to apply to terrorists, it's not going to apply to me, it's going to be cool, this and that, we need it for security. Look at what they're calling the terrorists.
There are laws on the books now that characterize who might be a terrorist. Someone missing fingers on their hands is a suspect, according to the Department of Justice. Someone who has guns, someone who has ammunition that is weatherproofed, someone who has more than 7 days of food in their house can be considered a potential terrorist. If you are suspected by these activities, do you want to have the government have the ability to send you to Guantanamo Bay for indefinite detention? A suspect. We're not talking about someone who has been tried and found guilty. We're talking about someone suspected of activities. But some of the things that make you suspicious of terrorism are having food, having more than 7 days of food, missing fingers on your hand, having ammunition, having weatherproofed ammunition, having several guns at your house. Is that enough? Are you willing to sacrifice your freedom for liberty? I would argue that we should strike these detainee provisions from this bill because we are giving up our liberty. We are giving up the constitutional right to have due process before we're sent to a prison.
So if you're a prepper like me, man, and you're just trying to get prepared for the future, or you think something's going to happen, economic collapse or something, now they can consider your ass a terrorist. So people like me and you are now terrorists, you know what I mean? So now they can send in the military to come get us and shit. Not the SWAT team, the fucking military. Quick side note, a regular Army infantry soldier basic combat load is an M16 with 210 rounds, if you get my point. The American dream is over, man. What happened to this country, man? It's like most of the American people are just too busy distracted right now with the holidays, trying to take care of their families and stuff like that, and they're up there in Congress just sneaking bills in that's just ripping apart the Constitution while you're out there shopping, man. America, you need to wake up, man. This bill would have never passed a couple years ago, man. People would have fought this bill tooth and nail, and now it's like everybody's asleep. I don't know, man. I don't even know how this bill passed. It's like nobody cares, man. This used to be the home of the free and the land of the brave, but now, I don't think so, man. HispanicPrepper up.